stream again.
Yo, gang. What's that? All right. Nobody here yet, right? Yeah. What it do, baby? Yo, we here. Yo, we back. Yo, shorty, it's been a long time. We've been off for what, 3 weeks? Was it 3 weeks or was it 4 weeks? 3 weeks? I don't know. It was too goddamn long, shorty. We kept in communication, but I hope everybody was well. You know what I mean? We had some time to rest, reflect on the things going on, redo some of our segments. We got some fire today. I'm just happy to be back, man. Y'all see me smiling, shorty? I was happy all fucking week. You know what I mean? Like, all right. So today we kicking off our host series. All right, we're gonna have somebody host the show every week. First up, we're gonna start with our own homegrown hero, be the analyst. You know what I mean? One half off the top. Hey, June, don't laugh, June. One half off the top sports. He gonna bring the power rankings. Next week we got debate with Derek. He gonna bring he gonna rank all 32 defense. After that, we got alphabets. He gonna do all. No, I'm sorry. After that, no, we got Kilo's Corner, college football top 25. Then we got the offenses being ranked. And we still got 2 more weeks available. 2 more weeks gonna be available. So if you want to jump on and host the show, let me know. All right. So today, as usual, y'all know we always got some bullshit. And we're gonna bring it to y'all. And if I was ready, then we wouldn't have to wait. But you know, as usual, me on my bullshit all the time, right? No different. I mean,
I'm only at 3 weeks, man.
3 fucking weeks, and I'm still fucking up.
Yeah.
All right, so Brandon Marshall, 2024, he gets in the Hall of Fame, right? Y'all know his stats. Y'all know some of the things that he did in his career. 21 receptions in a game. Played for the Jets, Bears, Broncos, Seahawks, Dolphins, Giants, and what did he had 1,000-yard reception with 4 different teams, right?
Yes.
So, in your eyes, does Brandon Marshall get in?
Yes, just not first ballot.
Nah, he said 2024 though. Does he get in 2024?
I'm saying he will go in, but not 2024.
Oh.
2024 wouldn't make him first ballot though. He retired after what season? 2016, 17?
That's what I was thinking, because people step away, but they don't officially retire. So he's officially retired because he's eligible in 2024. So he's eligible next year. Go in.
So his official retirement must have been 2019.
2019, was it Brandon Marshall with the
trying to hold on hope?
Yeah, he was on somebody's practice squad. I think Seattle.
So y'all say he does get in, but just not first ballot.
I mean, I say he first ballot, but they're gonna hold all of that other stuff against him. Like it's not a team game, you know, not playing in the playoffs and all of that type of stuff. They're gonna hold that against him. But you know, that's clearly it's not his fault. He just happened to be on a lot of bad teams.
What you think, Jim?
I think he deserved to get in, man. But like B said, man, they're gonna hold him back, man. Especially with the he had a couple of off the field issues. It was not pretty much off the field, you know, dealing with the
off no shit.
Yeah. Then you know, he was dealing with some of his mental health issues. So they probably look back at that situation. But I think he should get in, but I don't think it's gonna be the first go around.
Yeah, because I mean, who you got? You still got Andre Johnson. They not in there. Reggie Wayne not in there yet.
Yeah.
So.
All right, next up, we got one more guy that should get in, but again, we don't know. Mr. Marshawn Lynch. B, you muted, B.
I said beast mode eligible.
Word.
2025.
Oh, okay.
2025, he'll be eligible.
I mean,
Easy
yeah.
nothing.
What the resume say? So they don't like Marshawn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's tough.
He was definitely not a media guy.
Right. So they hold stuff like that against them. Media being friendly to the media.
What's up, Sean?
Man, what's up, man?
All right. Does Marshawn Lynch get in the Hall of Fame 2025 first ballot?
Yeah. He was one of the top 10 running backs in his era. He was a hard nosed, down gritty. He was tough. Like nobody, nothing sweet about Marshawn Lynch. And if he had an issue with you, trust me, he'll let it know. And he was respected a lot. But I think what it was is his image wasn't what the NFL wanted, and I like that because he wasn't conventional, but he still was. He was what football is about toughness and grit.
I think Derek forgot who on these committees.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think he wasn't as bad as T.O. was because T.O. was controversial, but Marshawn did what he's supposed to do. He ran hard. Pause, but he ran through tackles. You know what I'm saying? He was a little bit edgy, but so what?
Sharon,
you know what I'm saying?
First ballot. I don't know, Sharon. He's
I
not.
don't think so.
You gotta be.
Has he led the league in rushing?
But you have to be a darling. The league wants you to be a darling.
But that's not fair. I think that's.
We understand that's not fair because that's what happened with T.O. too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, for Beast Mode, he's what represents football. He's football from the old school. So you trying to tell me he's not gonna make it, but them guys from the 60s and the 70s gonna make it? You trying to tell me they were all skeety queen? Nah, man.
I'm just talking about.
Maybe he can make it, but I'm not buying the first ballot shit.
He's a champion. He's a champion.
We're not talking about
the champion.
We're not talking about the skill or anything like that. We understand who Marshawn is. We know, but we talking about the stuff that they hold against players for them to be voted in. So
all he said was, "I'm here, so I won't get fined." So if the media would hold that against him,
that was against league policy. They want you to, they wanted you to be a real interviewer.
Did he smack a white person? Did he rape somebody? Like, tell me something he really did bad. I'm just saying, there's worse things he could have done.
I get it, but all I'm saying is, I believe he should get in, but I think that the committee members, whoever they might be, the powers that be, they're going to hold that against him.
And to be honest, the stuff he does with the youth, to me, that would make it even better.
No, that's a fact. I like all of that stuff.
Yeah. Listen, I hear what y'all saying. I'm like, tell me what he really did wrong. Did he smoke weed? Did they catch him robbing somebody? Like, tell me something he did wrong.
He had an off-field thing, too, where he got pulled over. You remember that video that had surfaced when he was
all right. Well, Ray Lewis, the Hall of Fame. Ray Lewis up for murder.
I forgot about that shit, B.
I forgot it. I forgot about it.
Like, maybe he could make it, but not no first ballot, though, Dirk.
Why not? Has he ever led the league in rushing?
Have he?
Yes.
I'll tell you this. And he don't even have to lead the league in rushing. I mean, his
yeah, he never led the league in rushing.
Has he ever led the league in touchdowns?
He got
like
10K,
2013 and 2014.
He has 10K though, right? Kilo.
Yeah, he got 10K.
He got 10K in the ring, and he could have been the MVP of the second one. But they
robbed him. What's your names got 10K? They ain't going in there.
Who? Who?
Ricky Williams not going in there. Fred Taylor
loves me there though, but I understand why not.
LaShawn McCoy,
LaShawn McCoy, he'll get it. But he's not up yet.
I'm just saying it's tough as shit for a running back to get in.
And Shady got 15,000 all-purpose yards. He'll get it.
Yeah, he'll definitely get in. Shady should get in.
It's tough for running backs to get in. That's just me.
And Shady been to multiple Super Bowls. He has 1 or 2 championships, don't he?
All right. So since we sticking on Hall of Fame, right? We're gonna try to hit this real quick. All right. So just give me your vote. We're gonna go through each pepper. I say each pepper. What the fuck? Each player. We're gonna do 3: lock, likely, or possibility. Okay, just these 3. We're gonna run through this real quick. Julius Peppers.
Lock.
Lock.
Antonio Gates.
Lock.
Terrell Suggs.
Lock.
Hey, Derek, you almost got fired. You hesitated, shorty.
Yeah,
You almost got fucking fired.
Yeah, I can't stand him, bro. I can't. All these Ravens, I cannot stand Terrell Suggs, yo.
All right, we got Adam Vinatieri.
That's likely to happen.
That's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's going to take a while for kickers to get in. It's likely to happen, though.
It's a lot.
Well, it's a lock for Kuechly. He's the smartest linebacker we've seen in years.
So what about Luke?
Oh, yeah, Fitzgerald's a lot.
No,
Possibility for Luke, man.
Kuechly is a lot.
He's a possibility.
Kuechly's a lot.
Larry Fitzgerald is a lock as well?
Yeah, of course.
Lock, yes.
All right, we got Drew Brees.
He's a
Lock. A lot. It's not even a question.
Shit, I think it is. But Frank Gore.
Lock.
A lock. I thought he was in already.
No, he just retired.
He just retired. Okay.
Old ass motherfucker was still playing at 45 and shit. Adrian Peterson.
Lock.
So if you gotta choose one, you take an Adrian Peterson or Frank Gore.
AP.
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, all day.
All right, Big Ben.
Lock.
A lock. I hate Big Ben, but a lock.
Rob Gronkowski.
Of course, a lock.
Lock.
Tom Brady.
Of course, a lock. Why are we even doing that?
Possibility. Nah, man, we trolling. Brady.
JJ Watt.
He's a lot.
A lock.
JJ is a lock too.
Unless y'all want to say them defensive player years a fluke, he's a fucking lock.
Eli Manning is likely.
Eli Manning likely.
Yeah,
Likely. Hey, look, me like.
All right,
Dude, Ben left. Yeah.
Marshall Yonder.
Lock.
Marshall Yonder.
Likely. He's one of the best guards.
That's wild. That's some wild shit. Marquise Pouncey.
He's probably a lock.
Lock.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm not feeling the confidence coming off y'all. We get to the offensive lineman. We got a lot of questions. Crazy.
Because
offensive lineman. You gotta really be good. Yeah, you gotta really be good. You gotta be like elite.
Sharon said Marquise is a lot. Phillip Rivers.
He's a lot.
He's likely.
No, he's a lot. Come on, he got 40,000 yards passing.
Yeah, I
He's
get
out
it,
there
but
Marino, bro.
he likely.
He's out there Marino.
You can't name 10 quarterbacks better than him.
He's likely.
I'll go with B, likely.
All right, so
That's
Jason Witten.
Lock.
That's a lot. Why you the question that? That's a lot.
Talking that. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Jason Witten is a lot. Antonio Brown.
Oh, he messed up.
Oh, he messed up.
Possibility.
I say possibility, but I say no possibility.
He should be a lock, though.
Brown before the foolishness was a lot.
The lock. After the foolishness, yo, he's done.
Antonio Brown probably get in when he like 50. They gonna make him wait.
They gonna make him wait.
Andrew Whitworth.
He's a lot. He's a lot.
Eric Berry.
Eric Berry is a lot.
Nah,
he's
bro.
possibility.
He's a lot. Nah, he's a lot. Don't do that.
He didn't play long enough.
You know what I'm saying? He played years with.
But he's a champion.
He didn't play long enough.
He's a champion. I gotta put him at lock.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Lock is first ballot.
No, lock mean you gonna get in, but he's been eligible for.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get in. He's not a first ballot though.
All right, well, we'll see. I don't know.
He's not a champion.
He's a champion, ain't he?
All right, so we already did Brandon Marshall.
He's a lot.
Mahomes came when he left.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Kyle Williams.
That's the guard? Is that the guard for Buffalo?
Yeah,
He's a likely.
Likely, maybe, possibly.
LaShawn McCoy.
He's a lot.
He's likely to me.
He's a lot.
I'm
Who
just
is better
saying
than
it's hard because running back, it's hard for them to get in. He's going to
No,
get in.
it's not hard for running backs to get in. The league is trying. I know
I'm
the league
talking
is
about
trying
first
to play
ballot. First ballot.
Yeah, he's the first ballot. There's not many in the NFC East. He's the first ballot. Hell, in the league, he got 19 touchdowns in one season.
Can we make a bet?
Yeah, we can make a bet. I bet you.
We're gonna make a bet, yo. Let's bet 50.
All right.
All right, Greg Olsen.
Andy it up, $100, yo.
Greg Olsen.
I ain't doing all that. 20.
Greg Olsen. I want to say he a lock so bad, but I'm gonna go likely.
Who?
Greg
Olsen.
I think Greg Olsen could be a lot.
Money where your mouth at, sir. I'll bet
20.
he got a first ballot.
20.
Focus. So Greg Olsen, likely.
I said
Hell no, he's not going, man.
He might be a lot.
He's not going.
Why not?
What's wrong with you?
He was a good to great tight end on every team.
He played 15 productive years.
Yeah.
He's a top 10. He's a top 10 tight end all time.
Yeah.
He don't gotta be a top 2. No, he don't gotta be
not
a top
2, but he's a top 10.
I'm saying top 10.
Oh, yeah, he's a top 10.
Yeah. He's likely to get in. I say likely. I don't know about
All right, Alex Mack.
I like him at center. He's a lot, yeah.
And last but not least, the great Richard Sherman.
He a lock too. But I'm gonna say he a lock, but it's funny because you know how his mouth. You know what I'm saying?
No, but see that's what I'm saying. Like you saying, B, if he gets thrown in his mouth, then what do we say about Marshawn Lynch, who he barely said anything?
Yeah, but it's the fact that it's the reason why he didn't say anything. He didn't speak when he was supposed to speak. So the NFL might look at that as him being defiant to the league type situation. But we never know. We'll see how it goes as the years come.
I just Sherman to me, he had 1 or 2 years where he's the best in the league. But I could name 5 corners in his era that were better or as good as him.
I'm just saying, your running back's not first ballot. That's all I got to say.
Why not?
But that don't even sound right.
Emmitt Smith, Marshall Faulk.
Emmitt Smith was the first ballot.
That's what I'm going.
Danny McCoy, even though he's not better than those guys, he's up there with them.
He's not going first ballot, bro.
Why ain't he?
He's not. I'm just letting you know.
It was at least 4 years where he was the best running back in football with Adrian Peterson.
Listen, the last first ballot running back was Dalian Thomason, bro, in 2017.
It ain't been nobody else.
And to be honest with you, LaDainian's better, but LaShawn is up with them too.
I'm not saying LaShawn McCoy won't go. He's not going first ballot.
All right, you're going to lose that bet, homie. I ain't betting you 100, but I bet you.
This was their answers of who get in and who don't get in. Lock and don't lock. Like they don't.
How is Jason Witt not a lock?
Yeah,
somebody goofy.
They high.
They high. Andrew Whitworth not a lock? Are you serious?
That whole row really is, it's funny. And then they got
the thing I had an issue with is McCoy. Because I thought McCoy was damn near locked to get in, but they was like, I don't know. So then I got to go back and question what I know.
First ballot.
And what makes Brandon Marshall not a lock to get in? I'm not saying he's first ballot, but what makes him not a lock to get in the Hall of Fame?
Damn, what makes him not even likely?
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Real crazy.
He admitted to his own faults. He said, hey, I got an issue. I took care of myself. He brought in mental health as an issue for the NFL. Something that they weren't doing. Oh my God, yo. I don't want to watch it.
Top 3 all time.
Sir, don't start stressing yourself out there.
Receiving yards. I don't know.
Jason Witt is a top 3, top 5 tight end of all time. I don't know what you're talking about. Blocking, like he was the second best Cowboys in the 2000s.
All right, so before we get into our power rankings, his power rankings, I got a question, right? And I've been really processing this question, and I got to answer. I need answers to it, right? So we're gonna rank these guys, the quarterback and the coach. That's it. That's all based on their success. Now, y'all know Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid been whooping ass. What, 6-7 years straight, or is it 5 or 6? I think it's about that, right?
About 5.
Big Ben and Mike Tomlin, 16 years, no losing seasons. 16 consecutive years, no losing seasons. And then you got the 6 rings between Brady and Belichick. So if you're ranking their success, how do you look at it? Now, I'm not gonna give my list, but I'm gonna say, I honestly want to pit Mike Tomlin and Big Ben up front because
What? You're high.
16 years
You're high.
Yo,
You're fucking high. And I just
of not losing is
I don't care. I don't care. This dude right here in the left is going to the Hall of Fame. The other one's already in there, and his coach. And Andy Reid goes running far right behind him.
So you said Mike Tomlin and going last, even though they won 16
Of
shots.
course they're going last.
No, they don't go last. They second. So my order would be Tom and Bill, then Mike and Ben, and then Mahomes.
3-2-1. That's fine.
What?
Yo, hold on. If y'all see how many times Derek just blinked his eyes before he said some word, yo.
Hold on. In 5 years, they've been to 3 Super Bowls. They won 2.
Sir, they've been to 5
And he hasn't lost no less than 5
straight NFC championships, sir.
Yeah, we just said that they ain't had no losing season, and in the first couple years of Tomlin, him and Big Ben went twice. They went twice. They won one. They lost one.
And so you trying to tell me that
And
they gonna go to
16
listen.
years of no losing seasons.
Listen, I get that. With him at quarterback, they gonna have 15, 16 years of no losing season.
We don't know that.
Like, come on.
Yo, we
He's
gotta let
changing
that
the
play
game.
out before we get. I know we projecting that, but we gotta let it play out. We don't know.
What do you mean you rejected it? Dude,
It's projected.
listen.
You don't know that for sure. What if they have a
Listen.
losing season next year?
Listen, hold up. B, on a humbug season, he put up 5,000 yards and he got the MVP. This not even his best season. This just I'm here. Because it's supposed to have been the Eagles. And he took it from Jalen Hurts.
All right, so give us your list, Dirk.
It's the Patriots 1. It's what's the name 2, and then the Steelers 3. Why are we even arguing this?
Go ahead, Kilo.
3-2-1. 3-2-1. You getting caught up on today's hype, bro.
Yeah,
That's
that's why I ain't the
I'm not. They are playing phenomenal, but I'm not about to.
That's what I'm saying.
They have the greatest start since the Patriots. They have the greatest start to an era since the Patriots.
Yeah.
They have the greatest start to an era since the Patriots.
Yeah. It's a great start.
That's what I'm saying. So let's say they go 10 straight. They go 10 straight to the AFC Championship. That's matching what the Patriots did.
I bet you he won't get 6.
He don't got to get 6. If he gets 5, he's a GOAT.
You really like mouth watering over the shit. They ain't getting 6.
I'm a Bronco fan. I've never seen nothing like it.
You are a AFC West fan as well.
I am. I can't help but because we always beat the Steelers and the Patriots, but
Right.
I can't help. We haven't beaten these dudes since they got together. We haven't beaten these dudes. So I'm going with the person to kick my ass every Sunday.
You gotta get back.
Go ahead, Jerry.
What you think the Jets fans are complaining about with the Patriots? Can't beat them.
But the Jets have had some success during that time.
Yeah,
Some.
how many years after down the road? Y'all gonna have y'all day when y'all had some success too.
I hope so. We haven't done it in 6 years.
Go ahead, Jerry.
We beat the Steelers multiple times in that time.
Hold on, Dirk.
I'm 3-2-1. Patriots, Pittsburgh, then KC.
How is Pittsburgh over the? Oh my God, y'all tripping.
No losing seasons, man. None at all. I know KC don't have none either, but man, you can't take that away from Tomlin.
KC do. So I'm just saying.
Mike Tomlin not even better than Andy Reid. To be honest with you, he's not. This Andy Reid's 4th championship. That's crazy, yo. That's disrespectful. fucking crazy, boy. I tell you. Oh my goodness.
So if the
Wait,
season,
hold on. Who Andy Reid get the other championships with? I thought he
Well,
only had
this is fourth. I'm sorry, championship appearance, right? Because he had one with the Eagles, and he had 3 with KC.
so he 2 for 2, right?
Yeah.
So hear me out. So if it's only 2 spots open for Hall of Fame coaches out of these 3, who will be the odd man out?
Oh, of course, Belichick, and then Andy Reid, and then Tomlin.
So Tomlin would be the odd man out, is basically what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, he will be the man out. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Because look, Tomlin had the better players. Say he didn't. Outside of the quarterback, he had the better players on offense and defense. And I still picked the Chiefs over them. Tomlin had the better players. He had the better Hall of Famers. Tomlin, he had the better coaching staff. Well, I'll say he had the second best. He had the second best. He had the second best.
That's Tomlin's toolage. I said a lot of that is under Tomlin's toolage, man. Him
Well,
drafting.
Dick LeBeau had some of that too. Dick LeBeau's defense had a lot to do with that too. Let's not discount that. I'm not disrespecting Tomlin. It's impressive, and I like the fact that he represented us as a black quarterback, a coach.
Discrediting the shit out of Tomlin.
I'm not discrediting, but look what Andy Reid has done. Andy Reid has had 5 top 5 offenses between the Eagles and the Chiefs. Top 3, if you really want to look at it.
Hey, Sharon, tell my man, Joe.
All right.
Tell my guy. Tell my guy, Sharon.
Yeah, I need to roll. I ain't about that.
You're biased. She's biased. She's home. What's her name? She's a Steelers fan. I'm a Bronco fan, and I'm rooting for fucking the Chiefs as being second. You serious? What the hell? This dude is going to kick ass for the next 10 years. And I got to be here to experience that.
That's a projection.
You never know. You never know.
The projection, in 6 years, it's been the start. Oh, my God.
All right. So, listen.
I don't get it.
We about to get into the juicy shit.
No, it's not juicy shit.
About to get into the juicy shit. You know what it is. That's the only intro I had, so I had to hit it. All right.
Clearly.
So we're gonna let B go through his 32 teams. Okay. He's gonna leave us a little bit of room to comment. We're not gonna sit here all day. We're not gonna criticize every single pick that he makes. June. Okay. He got the Giants in top 10, June. Yo, that shit was some wild shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to say that shit.
I'm trolling, man.
All right. Hold on. Let me get your shit up there. Let me hit him over here.
You should have seen this picture. This mother.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to make sure you shit, sir. Trying to make sure you
With the hoodie?
Yeah, I got a hoodie on, man.
I thought it was the SamzSportz hoodie.
Nah, it's a Nas hoodie. But yeah, man, welcome. So, we, heading into the seasons. We 2 weeks out, well, a little less than 2 weeks now. 13 days from training camp. Actually, a week away because some teams do start next week. We've got some teams that start a little early, which include the Jets, who we just found out is going to be on Hard Knocks, Sloan Park, New Jersey, where I live at. It's going to be jumping. But yeah, so we're doing the power rankings for all 32 teams today. I'm gonna run it down. I don't know, somebody got to mute themselves because I'm getting
running down the steps and shit.
It's not me. Why you mute me? It's Derek. Nah, I'm in the cup.
Yeah. So we're gonna kick this thing off, man, and we're gonna start with number 32. I think I'm not sure if everybody agree, but they was. I don't know. Wait, do you have the graphics, sir?
No, I ain't picking nothing up there. You ain't saying
okay. So cool. So at 32, we have the Houston Texans. All right. New head coach DeMeco Ryans. He's gonna have his work cut out as he goes into year one of his head coaching era. But he does have a solid defense that was able to add rookie standout Will Anderson in this past year's draft. However, offensively, they remain a mystery. You got second overall pick C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State, so his era is set to, is projected to begin in September. We'll see how they do, but right as of right now, they got the number 32. All right, and number 31, we got the Arizona Cardinals. Many unknowns loom offensively and defensively for this NFC West squad. But Kyler Murray, he is set to return, which is key for this team's success. However, they will, have a limited arsenal of weapons, with veterans AJ Green and D-Hop, have now departed. So it's going to be a little tough for them offensively. New coach, the whole nine. So they could have easily been 32, but because Kyler Murray, I kind of gave them the edge because they have a quarterback that has played some NFL ball. At number 30, I don't know how many people gonna like this one, but it's another NFC West team. It's the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams, they come into the season with a deteriorating defense, aging wise. Lost some guys. Matthew Stafford, he basically returns off an injury, but likely this will be his last year in the Rams uniform. Probably. I think they're going to start to go into rebuild after this year for sure. So, sorry. All right. So now we got at number 29. I went Indianapolis Colts. There's issues with the on the offensive and defensive line. The rookie Anthony Richardson. He may have a tough first season, but I think his talent alone can win them about 2 games, if that. The offensively, they'll be run heavy. With Jonathan Taylor, he'll hold the load, and Shaq Leonard returning for them on the defensive end. That's definitely a help, and you see if he's gonna resurge back into the top linebacker in the league that he was prior to the back injury.
What number is the Colts again?
29.
That's kind of low, sir. I don't think they lost that much.
I mean,
He's talking about the quarterback.
The quarterback situation is young. The offensive line is funny, but they did lose some key guys on defense. They lost a linebacker and Stephon Gilmore.
Their corner did.
They lost some people. So, you gotta see. There's a coaching change there too. So, we'll definitely see how they pan out. But I don't expect too much from them this year. They could be a surprise team, but I don't expect too much from them this year. At 28, we heading over to Vegas, Las Vegas Raiders, with a potential bottom 10 defense. This defense is really not that good, and the inconsistencies of coaching, with Josh McDaniels, who I have very little to no respect for as a head coach. I don't anticipate much from Raider Nation this season, honestly. With the addition, of Jimmy Garoppolo, who is not really much of a down the field thrower, and then you have somebody like Devontae Adams who stretches the field and likes to go, deep, and I just don't know how this offense is going to work, or how explosive it's going to be. You have an unhappy running back in Josh Jacobs. So, there's just a lot that looms around this team. And I don't know if Josh McDaniels is the guy that can rally the troops and get them to play at a high level. So, at 27, now this team I kind of went back and forth with because I just really don't know where to put them, man, honestly. But I'm going Tennessee Titans here. Even with Tannehill, the offense, they won't be very good outside of Derrick Henry. Still got a young still have a young receiver in Traylon Burks who, they anticipate to have a better year. I just don't know if, you're going to get a much better Ryan Tannehill, 2 years older than he was in 2021. I just don't know if if he's going to get better from that. So
I thought Willis was beating him out for that job.
I mean, I don't know. They say
I don't know what's going on with that situation.
Even with the recent drafting of Will Levis, Tennessee's best bet will be to tank for Caleb Williams or Drake May, in my opinion.
Because
quarterback
add on that.
I'm
How
saying,
many
how many
quarterbacks
they
you
gonna
gonna add on
draft?
that team?
You said, huh? So I say it again.
How many quarterbacks they gonna have in the team?
Shit, you draft until you find the right one. Because I don't know.
You do not want to be the Cleveland Browns.
Right, I get it, but I mean, shit, they ain't draft Will Levis high, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, listen, eventually they're gonna have to go away. They're gonna have to rebuild too. This might be Derrick Henry's last year in that uniform. You just don't know, with the running back market.
He might get 4 games.
That's a fact. So there's a lot that basically looms when you talk about, those types of teams with the Titans. But continuing on, I got the Chicago Bears at number 26, with arguably the best offseason of any team. They look for significant improvement this year from Justin Fields. With a solid defense led by the linebacking duo of T.J. Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds. Look for the Bears to be a surprise team in the NFC. Now, when I say surprise team in the NFC, I don't necessarily mean that they can make the playoffs, but I do think that they can have like a similar type of success that the Bears had last year. I mean, not the Bears. I'm sorry, the Lions had last year. Like a 9-8 season type situation. I think they can have a nice turnaround. I think they will be much better offensively. They do have weapons. They did, address some parts of the offensive line as well to, so that Justin Fields can feel more comfortable to, kind of like stay in the pocket and use his arm more. But his feet is a weapon too. So, a lot of things. I think a lot of things are going to open up, and they're going to be looking to be more explosive with the addition of DJ Moore and company. All right, so 25. AB ain't gonna like this shit, but I got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hey, listen, Tom is gone, Fournette is gone, defense is older, offensive line uncertainty. This will have the Bucs going through a rough season. To me, I know, they
got Baker Mayfield.
Stop it. However, because the division is so wide open, the Bucs may be able to fight until the end. You got players from their team on the defensive side of the ball. I forgot who it was. Was that Carlton? That's talking about we gonna wreck shit.
Yeah. He did say that.
Yeah, if comedy was a person, that's who that is. But yeah, talking about they gonna wreck shit and all that. They skippy. So yeah, we'll see. The target is on your back, but like I said, it is a wide open division. You want to believe that the Saints are the favorite for that division, but with the uncertain, I mean, early on paper, yeah, of course, but the game's got to be played on the field, so we'll see.
Yeah, you keep saying wide open. It's the Saints division to win.
No, it's wide open because Derek Carr has proven what as a quarterback. Like,
I think the Falcons are the best team in that
Proven
division.
what? That he lose in the first round?
Say it again.
It's prove what? That he lose in the first round? Derek Carr is not proven.
No, that's what I said. He's not proven. So that's why I said that the Saints are. That's why I don't feel like they're locks. They are favorites, but I don't think that they're locks.
I feel like they got the most complete team. When I talk complete offensively and defensively.
I think Atlanta did some good things in this offseason.
Yeah, Atlanta did some really good things.
So, I mean, they got a young offense, but a talented one on paper, of course. And, they did rearrange the defense around. So we'll see. This is one of the more interesting divisions in football when you talk about the NFC South this year. You know what I'm saying? Because, the legends that were at quarterback, they're all going now. So. At 24, speaking of the Atlanta Falcons, that's why I got them. So, with the drafting of Bijan Robinson, the offensive unit should be exciting and explosive this year. Very underrated offensive line over there that, had one of the best run blocking ratings towards the end of the season. So, look for them to have a heavy dose of that. And then when you got an explosive young back like Bijan, anything is possible, and that can open up a lot of things for the young quarterback Ritter, with the weapons that he has at his disposal. But they also address key spots defensively in a young but unproven group. You know, it's young but unproven as the season approaches. But Coach Smith and Ritter will be keys to Atlanta's success. Honestly, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, they got AJ Terrell, who the players, coaches, and executives have ranked a top 10 corner, and on the other side of that, he has young upcoming corner Jeff Okuda, who was a high pick previously in the 2020 draft, third overall, I believe. Injuries is basically plagued him for the first couple years of his career in the Lions, and I think a change of scenery and going to Atlanta was something that could be good for him. So we'll see how that goes. 23, I got Washington Commanders. After acquiring well-respected OC Eric Bieniemy, the offense in Washington should be better. But I think they'll only be better if Jacoby Brissett is able to win the job in training camp. I know Sam Howell's the fan favorite, but I'm looking for Jacoby Brissett to win that job. Just as a veteran and somebody that can have more command and run the offense, has seen some NFL defenses before. I think it'll give them a better shot to be successful. The Commanders, they're going to be a tough out there. With a top 12 defense. Led by that stout defensive line and, the return of Chase Young. So, look for them to do good things. Like I said, they have a defensive tackle tandem that's, arguably the best in the league. And then when you got a young stud like Chase Young, who we don't know what he's going to look like because he's been out of football for, a little over a year now, recovering from the ACL. And then he had like a minor setback too in the recovery process. But, like I said, it's just good to see him back on the field. Young talent. At 22, I got the Green Bay Packers. All right. So after moving on from Aaron Rodgers, there's a lot of uncertainty at the QB position. You got Jordan Love coming in full season. It's his show. A few weapons that departed to the Jets this off season. Whatever happens in 2023, the Packers will have, $70 million in cap space and 2 first-round picks at their disposal for 2024. So, whether they're successful or not this year, they still have some things that they can build off going into next season as well. Maybe they can use some of that capital to go grab.
None of that's dead money from the Aaron Rodgers?
Nah. They got $70 million in cap space and 2 first-round picks at their disposal. And they should use some of that capital to get some receivers for Jordan Love next year. So I think the Marvin Harrison sweepstakes will be alive and well. So that's why I got Green Bay at 22. All right. So getting into 21, we got the New England Patriots. All right. Now, depending on what happens with the D-Hop situation, I know he visited. He has this love affair with Bill Belichick. I don't know if they're going to end up signing him. But however, as it stands, right now, the Pats still have some questions surrounding Mac Jones. And the defense of Belichick will be enough, to compete. And I think it's the toughest division in football right now. But we'll see. The defense can only do but so much, and Belichick can scheme it but so much. Eventually you're gonna have to make some plays on the offensive side of the ball too.
They got Mac Jones.
Yeah, but they got the least amount of offensive talent that you can ever see on a team, and that's been their MO for years. But that might have worked with Tom, but you need talent now because the other 3 rivals that you have in that division are stacked. With talent on both sides of the ball. So, I can see the Patriots, being last, which is an unfamiliar territory for them in this division. But I just don't know how they're, going to be able to compete, especially, like I said, with their division rivals. All right. We're getting into the top 20, if you will. So, I'm going here.
So hold on first. So top 20 is playoff teams.
Well, no, because it's only 14 teams that are in the playoffs, bro. So,
but I mean, possible playoff teams. The top 20 possible playoff teams.
I guess you could say possible.
Okay.
All right. So
Derek, you still got hope, Derek.
Number 20, I have. This is gonna be a surprise to many, but I don't know why I like him. And I got the Carolina Panthers at 20. The Panthers, they did some good things to surround, number one pick Bryce Young with, some veteran playmakers. They went and got what's my guy name? Miles Sanders. They went and got Adam Thielen, and they got some. They always pretty much had a nice defense, but they never had the offense to complement and offset everything to make everything come together and be complete. So, like I said, I like them on the defensive side. They will be very underrated group. Frank Reich, he gets another shot. He did abysmal in Indy. Wasn't able to do what we thought he was going to be able to do when he first got there with Carson Wentz. That that rebirth or that that marriage or whatever you want to call it, if you will. Wasn't able to get it done, but I don't know. For some reason, it's feeling like it's saying more about Wentz, considering that he's like now not in the league. I don't think. I don't remember if he's on somebody's roster or not, but yeah. So
I don't remember him being picked up.
Yeah, I don't remember it either. So you gotta ask yourself, will he be able to bring out the 2017 version of Wentz in Bryce Young? We don't know, but they are excited to find out in the Queen City. So I got them at 20, which means that based on what you've heard, that means I have them finishing second in the NFC South Division. And my projected winner of that division is at number 19, the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr, he gets a change of scenery. This time he has a nice core of weapons, around him, and especially with the return of Mike Thomas, which crazy stat. We know Mike Thomas hasn't played football in about 2 seasons, and since 2016 he still leads the league in reception. So, crazy work when he was playing to still lead the league overall reception since that time is crazy. And to add another weapon like him back to this offense is gonna pay huge dividends for this Derek Carr and this Saints offense going forward.
Did the analyst say crazy work? Did he say a LaShawn McCoy reference? Crazy work?
Yeah, what the fuck? I don't have anything against Sean McCoy. He's dumb, but I mean, he's not a great analyst, but that was a nice little line. However, so anyway, the Saints at least win the South Division. I believe they're going to the South Division. As my co-host June believes it as well. He thinks they're a lot. But there's still some possibility looming of a Kamara suspension. The Nola faithful are a little more at ease with competency now at the QB position, though. So even though he hasn't proved anything, he is a competent quarterback in this league. Has played at a high level, from time to time, just hasn't been able to pretty much get over that hump. And I think a Derek Carr-led team with like I said, the defense, the combination of the defense and the offensive playmakers that they have, the Saints gonna be a tough out. All right, number 18. Drum roll. We going to Mile High, baby. All right, we got the Denver Broncos. Listen. I'm still riding with the let Russ cook. You know what I'm saying? Especially with Sean Payton running the show now. I think a lot of what happened last year and the collapse, I know a lot of people trying to blame Russ, but I just think that Nathaniel Hackett was just that awful of a coach. Wasn't Nathaniel Hackett? Yes, right? Am I getting the coach's name?
Yeah, it's Nathaniel Hackett.
It was Nathaniel Hackett, right? Yeah, he was just god awful. Hey, in over his head. Had no concept of, how to be a head coach. Some people just meant to be coordinators. And I think he's just one of those guys that got his opportunity to be a head coach. I would say that I don't see him getting another opportunity, but, the NFL is just a funny league. But like I said, you have a bona fide guy now. You have a made man in Sean Payton, former Super Bowl champion, a guy that is an offensive guru. When it comes to schemes and all of that type of stuff, concepts and everything. Definitely when he was in the league was definitely one of the top 3 play callers in the league. And when you're playing against Sean Payton-led offense, man, you got your work cut out for you. To go with a top 10 defense a year ago. You're gonna look for, like I said, more balance on offense to complement the defense. And like I said, I'm excited to see what the Broncos do. Can they shock the world and take the West?
So I did say they're gonna be. I did say that they got a chance to make it to the AFC Championship game. And they're gonna have a top 10. What the fuck, Jared? What is that noise? I did say they was gonna have a top 10 offense and defense. And I do believe that. I don't think Russ is that far gone. You know what I mean?
They totally made him the scapegoat, and I just don't feel like that's what it was. Like, people forgot that Russ had played at a high level for in excess of 10 years, and now all of a sudden he has one down season where even when I looked at the way they played or the plays that they ran, I'm like, this shit don't look right. No part of it, like not just Russ, but the concepts, the scheme, none of it looked right. So I said, listen, I think I think Sean comes in, he has a track record, a high level of respect, what I'm saying, from guys all around the league. And, I just think that, now will they be high fly? I mean, listen, he got the weapons around him now. I think, you'll see a new Jerry Jeudy this year emerge. I think you'll see the Jerry Jeudy that people expected coming out of Alabama to emerge this year. And then you have, you still have KJ Hamler, and you still have Sutton, and the rest of the weapons over there.
I think that Tim Patrick is going to really, really show everybody how good he was.
I forgot about him.
Him going KJ Hamler. I think KJ Hamler's getting cut before the season starts. Remember we was talking about that, how his 40 was overrated, and I think it's going to be Tim Patrick, Sutton, and then Judy. Judy's going to be in the slot. What I'm looking for is Javonte Williams. I want him to really get off where he left the season before last. I think that's going to be the key, running that ball. Denver has always had a good run all game and a good tight end presence. So Greg Olsen and those guys, I think they're going to step up too. So we'll see.
Somebody getting traded. I don't know which one.
So maybe it might be it might be a QB. Not QB, a wide receiver battle. Come training camp. So we'll see.
All right, and you had the Broncos at 18.
I had the Broncos at 18.
That's pretty high. I had us at least 20. I had us at least 20 for right now.
I'm not as down on them as everybody else was last year. Like, I just think that I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Well, the offensive line is better.
And I just didn't like that coaching situation at all. So I'm gonna give Russ another shot, man. I'm gonna let him cook. All right, now we got number 17.
New York Giants.
Now we are entering the North. On the AFC side of the North. All right, so at 17, I got it's like, I got Pittsburgh Steelers at 17, man. All right, it all comes down to Kenny Pickett. However, there are some holes, that were filled this offseason, and the defense, they should be back to top 10 form. Can't go against Tomlin, man. He's been proving it year in and year out. Kenny Pickett has another shot. At the at a full training camp and stuff like that. To continue to build chemistry with George Pickens. And Deontay Johnson should have a better year this year too. But you pair that with Mike Tomlin's coaching, and it's definitely a reason to be optimistic in the Steel City. So we'll definitely see how that goes as training camp is underway.
Your man's came out and said that he feel like him and Pickens and Pickett got the Big Ben Antonio Brown connection.
Yeah, that's high praise. That's high praise. But like I said, they're young, so a lot of people gonna say they compare themselves to certain things. They do. You could tell that they do have a nice chemistry and connection going on. Of course, Big Ben and AB were at an all-new level, so it's gonna take them some more years before they can put it together that way. But I like that combination for years to come there.
Does Najee Harris step up this year and becomes the top 3 running back?
We'll see. I mean, Najee Harris, he had a solid year last year. But it's gonna take everything. It's gonna take everything though. Complimentary offense, man. Everybody's gonna have to play their part, man.
So you gotta get the top 15 first.
Shut up, BJ.
I'm just saying.
All right, so we staying in the north, but we ain't going too far. We heading west to Cleveland. At number 16, I got the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson, now has his pass behind him, and with the full, off-season training camp ahead, it should make for a better offense for the Browns. Cleveland showed up some holes defensively, and it started with a much-needed change at DC. So, you got Elijah Moore too. He's a dangerous addition for this offense. In the return game, and of course in the slot, whatever you want to call it. I think he'll get used much better than he did when he was in New York. So I'm happy to see him get the opportunity to actually showcase his talent, because he definitely has talent. All right, Jones. Yeah, Peoples Jones. Yeah, they got a core over there. Then you got they got a top offensive line. They got a good running game too. So things offensively should open up. Like I said.
What does Deshaun Watson do this season? What does he do better than he did last year?
Well, last year, he came in on a humble. He had 11-game suspension, no offseason. I didn't expect much from him, but I expect Deshaun to be Deshaun this year. It's amazing what a full offseason and training camp can do, for a quarterback. It gives you time to build chemistry with your receivers. Gives you time to learn the playbook more, all of that stuff. And become, so I think Deshaun is back to Deshaun form. All right, number 15. Got those the Saquon-less New York Giants, man. Hey, listen, I'm hearing reports about how if they don't get him signed by Monday, he can start missing games. It's getting scary hours in New York, man. If you're a Giants fan. I don't know what their front office is doing. I'm gonna let June speak on it in 2 seconds. But Saquon isn't happy, man. That's the problem for New York. They did add some weapons. None to me that really moved the needle. Waller we know him as a name, but he hasn't had a successful season as far as being productive since 2020. And that was the campaign, his 2020 campaign with the Raiders. The G-men, they will rely heavily on, a more than solid defense. And it looks like the arm of Daniel Jones, who they paid long term this offseason. But, I'm not sure if that's a recipe for success for an entire year. They were able to do it last year, but of course, you're going to have to improve on whatever you did last year to this year, especially with the New York media. They're expecting, they're expecting more than playoffs in one playoff win. They're expecting some great things that are a rundown. So I don't know. I don't know what happens. June, what's going on, man? Are you hearing anything differently than what I'm hearing about?
Listen. I listen to a lot of sports radio around, in the New York area. And one of the things, one show that I do listen to is Boomer and Geo. in the morning on WFAN. And Boomer said he got a good source that send the Giants organization and said they're gonna get a deal done by Monday for sure. They're
I'll be
going
looking,
to get a
man.
deal. He
I've
said
been looking.
it's in the 14 million range.
Yeah, I saw that too. I did
14
see
to
that
15
report.
million
Yeah,
range.
I did.
They always do that though.
So they
As
said
soon
they're
as
No,
gonna
I
get it
did.
done.
I did. And I don't know if that was something that they was trying to do to keep the New York fan base at ease, or
Yeah.
if it's a real thing, because there's always some things that are fake out there. But then when I looked on Twitter and I saw a couple of reputable, journalists and stuff that I follow, and they're like, "Yo, it's at a stalemate."
Yeah.
So I mean, they do that too, and you not just never know until you know. But Monday, it will be, if I'm a Giant fan, Monday will be a day where I'm definitely biting my nails and checking my phone every 15 minutes.
So they always do that. As soon as
I
they
don't
start
have no nails, my nigga. I don't have no more nails to be biting. So
get it,
bro, they better get it done this weekend.
I get
Or
it.
I'm gonna lose it.
So they always do that. Right before they start talking about holding out is when they pay him. I don't know why you wait till the last minute. Like they do this all the time.
With all New York,
Sam, so act like Wayne just went through this shit with Lamar, yo.
I just said that, sir.
That shit was stressful, yo. I feel what June feel, man.
But at the same time, June, fuck them. You got Dalvin Cook out there and Zeke still out there.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, yo, June. Don't be that kind of fan. Cause I was that fan.
No,
I was saying fuck Lamar. I was Lamar hated and all.
Listen, I'll tell you that. It's funny you say that, BJ. I think Dalvin Cook would make more sense. For the Giants if they were some way not able, but that don't make sense to bring because Dalvin Cook is not somebody that you just bring in just to bring in because you can't get Saquon signed. Like you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know.
And you act like Dalvin ain't gonna ask for no bread. Like
right, Dalvin gonna ask for bread. That's the reason why he's in Minnesota right now. So
top 10, capable top 10 running back in the league.
Yeah. So we'll see, man.
I forgot that the ESPYs came on today. So Patrick Mahomes did win the best athlete in men's sports.
Okay.
But you know how that shit goes.
Yeah.
Dark watering from the mouth right now.
Sure.
So I'm moving on to the list. All right. So it's 14 teams that make the playoffs. So these are the teams that I feel like are in the top 14. And some of it you might like, some of it you might not like. 14.
Bullshit.
Baltimore Ravens. All right. Nah, man. Detroit Lions at 14, man. The Lions train, is steaming hot. I'm still not sure how they'll handle expectations, though. Because they had expectations this year. They're not one of the teams that's creeping up on nobody. People expected them to be good, and people are going to be circling them on their schedule to play them this year. So, it's the offense is maintaining a top 10 form. But it will have to deal with one of its offensive weapons being suspended for the first 6 games in JAMA. Due to I think it was PEDs or something like that. But Lions will be better, but I'm not ready to say they'll win the North just yet. So as you see, that's not the team I'm picking to win the North just yet.
Nah, I thought they were suspended for betting or something like that, right?
Nah. Oh, yeah, Jamo, I think he was. Yeah, I think his was betting. Yeah, he got off.
It's like 8 of them.
Yeah, it was betting. Thank you for that. I said correct. Thank you for that correction. Kilo. At number 13, I got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, the biggest offseason move for the Jags was the reinstatement of wide receiver Calvin Ridley. He adds a different dynamic to that team. When you talk about, a guy that's a great route runner, he's had a year off, so he's definitely fresh and ready to go. Chomping at the bit. If all are healthy, the trio of Ridley, Evan Ingram, and Christian Kirk can be one of the league's best, man. We'll see how they look defensively. They should still be good for the most part. So, look for Jacksonville to, win the I look for them to win the AFC South. Okay, at number 12, the Los Angeles Chargers. It's uncertainty of a consistent running game, and health is a concern for this team. It's always a concern for this team. Every time we think the Chargers are going to be something or do something, they get hurt. At significant spots too, significant players. Whether it be for the season or whether it be for a certain amount of games,
none of that shit ever makes sense. It's always stupid early in the season.
It always hits the bug, man.
First day of training camp, you got 3 broken ACL. Wow.
And it's like, it's like they just can't escape it either. It just keeps happening. But listen, contrary to what everybody else believes, and listen, I might get some grief for this, but I don't consider the signing of Kellen Moore as the new OC an upgrade. So we'll see what happens. He does have a lot of weapons at his dispensary. Like I said, with the return of Keenan Allen, you have that receiving core with Mike Williams, who both ended the season injured last year. You also have Quentin Johnston, the rookie first-round guy that they, picked up from TCU. And, you have Austin Eckler back. So we'll see how it goes. This will be a good team in 2023. But, with the other 2 contenders, and when I'm thinking Denver and KC, being better in key areas, this team will be fighting an uphill battle with a lot, for number 10 to prove this year. So Herbert, he's going to have a lot to prove this year. I can see them, until you beat the Chiefs, I can't say that the Chiefs are ready to relinquish the division, but the Broncos and the Chargers are 2 teams. If I was, looking at who can knock off or, come for that division title, or give KC a run for their money, those are the 2 teams that I feel can do it in that division. So we'll see what happens.
The Chargers, as good as they are on paper, I never understood. We don't struggle against them, but the Raiders and the Chiefs seem to have been dominating for the last 4 or 5 years. So, to be honest with you, I know Jimmy Garoppolo's not better than Derek Carr, but with Devontae Adams over there, and they still got Jacobs, I don't know. I think the Chargers might be the last in the division.
I can't see it, man. Listen, you tell me when a time when you felt like a Josh McDaniel-led team was going to do something.
I understand what you're saying.
It's not
but it's the Chargers. The Chargers will probably make the playoffs.
They're trying to get some things together. Like I said, they've dealt with the injury bug a little.
But
like I said, that's the unfortunate part of it. But
they're a wild card team. But I don't see them beating the top 4 or 5 teams in the AFC.
We'll just have to wait and see, brother. Because, like I said, last year, people thought they had the chance to dethrone. And then, like I said, they started hitting the injury bug. I think this is the year where, they might be able to put it all together if they could stay on the field and stay healthy.
They definitely got the weapons.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, I know you ain't.
We're gonna let it play out.
Yeah, I know.
And then the back clause the whole time pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, you know it. You start talking about them Chargers, here I come.
Anyway, so here we are, number 11, man. This might surprise a few people because I know a few people that got them in their top 10, but I got them right outside the top 10. And I'll tell you why. Yep. The Miami Dolphins. Yeah, I know. Miami is loaded, right? But however, I don't expect Tua to be healthy the entire year. Unfortunately, I just don't. This defense will be top tier and what could end up being the toughest division in football. The pieces are there. Everything, and everything that pertains to Miami's success will be, predicated on the health of Mr. Tagovailoa. So I don't know, man.
What makes them better than the Chargers?
Concussions are serious, and
Derek, I know you ain't just asked that question.
I'm asking. I'm just saying. Herbert's better than Tua, and Keenan Allen's not better than Tariq or Waddle, but I like Eckler.
You going individually. We going as a totality
Okay,
of the.
even defense wise, I got the Chargers over Miami.
Okay.
So what makes
Okay.
what makes Miami better than the Chargers?
Stop.
Okay.
Just stop. Stop. Stop, Dirk.
Derek, that's a good question, but I
It's
think
not.
the better question out of all this is
It's not a good question.
what made the Chargers better than Jacksonville?
Yeah, it's true. That is true, though.
All right.
That is
Hold
true.
on. Don't quit. We about to go left. I know how we get down. Just
All right.
I ain't going left. I ain't going left.
That's true. That's fact.
I said what I said.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, I don't wish injury on anyone. I don't want him to get injured. When I talk about Tua, I just don't know if we'll see. I don't know if he'll be able to stand tall because it's not like he's not going to get touched at all this season. He's going to get hit at some point, and I just hope that it's not one of those types of hits where it just puts him out for any significant amount of time. Even 4 games out for this team could be detrimental. So I just don't know. But yeah, I got them at number 11. All right, man. So now we getting into the top 10.
JC, the Ravens made the top 10. I see you. Sure, you ain't want to get fired. Oh, my bad.
No, I'm just not. Shut up, man. If they weren't a top 10 team, to me, they wouldn't have been. But anyway, I'm going number 10. And I couldn't even believe that I put them at number 10. But I don't know. Something feels different about this team, maybe. I don't know. Minnesota Vikings. So, I don't see much drop off, from a 13
The
or 4.
Vikings.
Yo, relax, my guy, relax.
Dalvin Cook.
I don't see much of a drop off, and I'm not gonna, overreact. I know, to the playoff loss last year, but going into this year, and we're solely talking about going into the 2023 season. I don't see much drop off. You added a receiver, you added Jordan Addison, who's, projected to be, an explosive complement of a receiver to Jay Jettis. There was a departure of Dalvin Cook, but, I guess they're going to do, running back by committee or, Madison is going to be the guy. Defensively, a lot of people, I don't know if they know, but Brian Flores is part of this defensive unit now, as far as being a coach. So I think that the defense can't get any worse than they were last year. I think he helps them get better. Because I just have a tremendous respect for him as a coach and what he can do on the defensive side of the ball. And then, like I said, though the world is, they high on Detroit right now, but I don't know how Detroit is going to respond to expectations. So I have the Vikings actually repeating as the North's champ. Now, listen, I could be right, I could be wrong, but at the end of the day, you just never know.
And I know you told me yesterday that I need to check myself in because fentanyl is bad. That's what you was telling me yesterday. But I noticed that you say fentanyl a lot, and I'm starting to believe that you are selling what you are taking. I just don't understand.
The game's got to be played on the field. That's one. The game's got to be played on the field. I know, you have this belief. Everybody jumped on the Detroit train, but I ain't jump on the Detroit train.
I was on that last year when y'all clowned me, though.
No, I get it. Yeah, but I don't remember them making the playoffs either. So I get you. I got you. I mean, it's easy to creep up on teams, but it's different when teams expecting you to be good and they coming to play you because you're one of the good teams. It's different. So we're gonna see how they respond to that. The Vikings have been there, done that, and I think they made some improvements on the coaching side, where I think that they could still end up being a top 10 team. Now, do I see them going 13-4? I don't know about 13 games, but I can see about maybe that 10 to 12 range for them. Especially if the defense is. I mean, they won 13 games last year with a bad defense. So imagine if the defense gets better and that offensive continuity stays the same. You know what I mean? I just
Not
think
gonna
that they
stay
get.
You do know they lost.
So why? Yeah, they lost the run. They lost Thielen. Okay, but they
No, we talking
listen.
about the defense.
Oh, because you said Thielen. I'm like, I get it. They lost Thielen, but you picked up Addison, and I think KJ Osborne is ready to emerge.
Sir, we talk about the defense.
What about the defense?
They lost Darius Smith and they lost Eric Kendricks.
And Pat
and all right, all of them aging.
And Pat Peterson.
There we go.
Aging guy. So their defense is gonna be young, but yo, you got. I understand you saying they lost names, but you have to. Something has to be said for, the ability of that coaches have to get the best out of the players that they have on the field too, man. So I'm giving Flores a shot. Maybe I'm biased. Right?
They definitely are a top 5 offense. They definitely, even without Cook, they definitely are.
Yeah, because people feel like I don't understand Jeff's question. Like he's saying no new talent. Which team are you talking about that doesn't have new talent? Is he talking about the Vikings? Because they have new talent. So I'm just trying to figure out what he's talking about.
And they could take their division. I don't believe in Detroit.
All right, sir. All right, let's go to number 9.
Number 9. I liked how this team finished the year. And I think that they're gonna be a year better under Pete. So I got Seattle Seahawks. If Geno is healthy all year, look for this offense to be even better. Than it was a year ago. The backs are young and motivated. You got oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Kenneth Walker and I call him Cabernet. But my man from UCLA who great running back prospects coming out. Pete Carroll knows how to get the best out of his players. So I know I'm ready to say I kind of want to say not so fast to the Niners winning the West, but it could actually be because I know everybody got them as the supreme favorite, but it could see if there's a team that can be on have them on upset alert or whatever, or give them a run for their money. It's this Seattle team, man. And Pete Carroll as a coach during his tenure has had great success against the Niners. So if anybody know how to beat him, it's him. You just need the talent on the field to, just play. You know what I mean? They added a weapon. One of the best receivers in college last year, Jackson Smith-Njigba, who has been getting high praise so far. I know we ain't had training camp, but OTAs, they were raving about this kid. And he opens up a different aspect. And on top of the fact that you got, what's my man on the DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, they, the veterans are still out there to teach him. So that could be scary too. And then, like I said, those two, the offensive line is anchored by those two. I say they were rookie studs. They had their learning curves and stuff like that. But for the most part, Charles Cross and my other man, I forgot his name, but the one that played on the right side, they held their own, man. Real talk. So I like that. I like Seattle, man. Seriously. All right. At number 8, let's go to number 8. Okay. All right. So number 8, we heading down 95. We going to Baltimore. You feel me?
Fans go get the strap, yo. Man, go get the strap.
Hey, yo, hold on.
Strap, yo.
Hold on. Baltimore. All right. So, all right, Lamar. No more excuses. You know what I mean? With the team finally deciding to go away from the, uncreative style of Greg Roman. You brought the addition of the outside weapons. You got OBJ, you got first round draft pick Zay Flowers. You still got Rashad Bateman, you got Mark Andrews, man. The Ravens are looking to have a more balanced attack on offense in 2023. With the defense still being the staple, look for the offense, to make some noise as well in a loaded AFC North. So, hey, man, y'all got to get y'all shit together, man. We can't talk, you got the weapons now, you know what I mean? and you got a nice combination of skill set with these weapons too. Speed down the field, intermediate, all of that stuff, man. So yeah. So I expect to see some more.
No big body receiver. L1 big body is likely.
Yeah. You don't have a 6'5" guy, but you got guys that can get separation. And like I said, I mean, the unknown is really OBJ because he's coming off the ACL, but yeah, I mean, we've seen this dude when he's motivated, man.
J.K. Dobbins, because he wants a new contract, so he
gonna have a contract, and you know how guys always produce in their contract year, man. So we'll see. I like JK for that offense, man, and like I said, the defense is there. You got your young linebacking core in Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen, man. So and that secondary.
No, because we ain't got no number 2 corner.
All right, well,
we do got that guy from the Raiders last year, but I
don't know which guy you're talking about from the Raiders.
I didn't pay attention to the Raiders.
Rock Ya-Sin.
Oh, Rock Ya-Sin.
Yeah. Well, so we ain't got no number 2 corner. I mean, Marcus Peters is still available, still a free agent, but I mean, hey,
bring him back for familiarity, man. Familiarity. Bring him back.
OBJ, Bateman, Duvernay.
Yo, I said that already, man. Don't start repeating shit just because you shoot.
JK, we got Gus the Bus. We fucking 17-0. You heard it here first.
Oh boy, here we go.
I thought we stopped buying stuff, man. Let's just show them we're gonna buy it.
All right, we're gonna see. At number 7, I got this gonna surprise some people, man.
Go ahead, log out.
Number 7, I'm drinking the juice. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I live in Florham Park, New Jersey, and I ain't far from Jets land. I'm going Jets at 7, man. Word is born. They probably got the biggest jump. Listen, I don't care what you say. I mean, listen, when you add a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, I mean, I understand what I ain't talking about what he did as far as accomplishments. You know, he does have a bowl 10 years ago. We get it. But when he's playing for you, you have a chance. The Jets already had a great defense. They just needed some things to complement that defense on the offensive side. And when you bring a guy like Aaron Rodgers and all of the weapons that he asked you to bring in, the Jets should be something, this coming season.
Are they taking the division?
For sure. No, I don't have them taking the division. As you can see, I ain't even call out. I ain't say Buffalo
They're not better than Buffalo. They're not better than Miami.
Sir.
So how do you know that?
They're not better than Buffalo. They're not better than Miami.
How do you know that?
The only thing you can say is that the Aaron Rodgers is better than Tua.
How do you know that? Have
so
any
they are
of the
better
games
than Buffalo.
been played?
That's what you're saying? They're better than Buffalo?
Listen. This is all projection. The season
I
hasn't
know
started, Derek.
You project them to be better. You project them to have a better season
I think they finish. I think they'll finish second. And I told you why. I gave you my wild card with Miami. I said I don't know if Tua stays healthy the whole year. I'm just not sure. They definitely look good. They definitely look good on paper, especially on that defensive side with the addition of Jalen Ramsey and stuff like that. But hey, man, I just don't know.
Well, but made a paper.
Listen, with a complete overhaul on offense, which included, like I said, longtime Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers, the Jets are putting all the chips in the middle of the table, man. They bring in Alan Lazard, Mecole Hardman, even Randall Cobb, a familiar face, and some others. You should get Breece Hall back. They'll join Aaron Rodgers this year to create some offensive excitement, man. The Jets haven't had in years. So, I'm not ready to give them the AFC crown just yet. Buffalo and Miami will give them a run for their money for sure. But, like I said, the Jets, I mean, as long as that's with anybody, though. If they stay healthy, man, they're going to be tough.
The Jets beat Buffalo once last year, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe they split.
It should have beat them twice.
Yeah. Listen, the Jets are really good, man. I mean, I got to give them props when it's due. And all they needed was offense to go with the defense. The defense was just on the field way too much, man. And if you could get an offense, which you expect, that can sustain drives when you got somebody like Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? That's complementary football. The team automatically improves when you got that type of balance, man. So Breece Hall, he definitely, if he's healthy, man, that boy could go.
Derek, you asked about their offensive line, man. Last year they lost their what was the other tackle that they lost in the same game Breece Hall got hurt in? Vera Tucker.
Oh, they did lose Vera Tucker. But he should be back, right?
He should be back. So that's gonna make that line even better.
Yeah, it's about health, man, for sure with anybody. But this is just projection, man. This is just projection. All right. Okay. So we moving on to number 6, and this is I went back and forth a little bit, but I said, fuck it, let's go with some controversy. So
himself and shit, and we all sitting here waiting on him to yellow.
So number 6, I got the Buffalo Bills, right? All right, they continue to still have a. Oh, listen. So the Buffalo Bills, they still have a slight window to contend for a title, right? However, those they starting to dwindle because Stephon Diggs is getting older and unhappier. And the talks are that, the QB Josh Allen are fine, but, there's smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire, man. And, I know a lot of people gloss over this, but, Josh Allen been falling short. Y'all don't want to admit it for whatever reason. I don't know what this love affair is, but he ain't been doing what he need to do either.
The playoffs?
Period. Yeah, pretty much. So, I have them winning the East. I think they're going to win a close East. But I just, like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. We will see what the chemistry is like or lack thereof between him and Josh Allen when the season starts. But, like I said, I got them winning the East, but I got them just outside the top 5, just outside. And that's debatable because they actually could be in the top 5. I kind of, I ain't even gonna say what type of approach I took, but anyway, yeah. So moving on. So we at the top 5 now. All right, number 5, you got the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, I'm gelling, man. I'm gelling. Look.
Some dumb shit on this show.
Hey, hold on, time out. Wait, time out. I said it and I let it rock too because I wanted to see Derek face. Derek had me rolling, bro.
Listen, last year I said the dumbest shit. Last year, what's the name gonna be? Go 13-4. Yo, you know how bad I ate my word. And then Seattle had a nerve.
I know.
Back your phone up. We can still hear you, sir. There you go.
You're stupid. Number 5, I'm going down to God. At number 5, I'm going down to Big D, man. I got Dallas. Corner, receiver, and a run stop and D tackle were grave needs for this team. And Dallas addressed them with additions of Stephon Gilmore, Brandon Cooks, and rookie first rounder Mozzie Smith.
He still got Dak Prescott, though.
Yeah, that's a great thing to have. Dak Prescott has been on record that the urgency is there to get Dallas over that divisional hump, and into a conference title game and beyond, perhaps. But, like I said, the game's got to be played on the field. But this is the first time in a long time where I actually feel a little different going into the season about them.
Is CD going to be a top 5 receiver next year?
Oh, yeah, he could catapult himself into that. I got him at 6 right now. Can the curse be broken? Can the curse be broken? With all things Garrett free now. There's no Jason Garrett affiliate on this team anymore. Thank God. Look for another season of production. Now, like I said, I like what they have defensively. I have no doubt about Dan Quinn's coaching ability on the defensive side whatsoever. Everything to me is just based on the offense and not much of the players, but the scheme. And I know a lot of people feel like Mike McCarthy calling the plays is not a good thing, but I feel like it's a great thing. The last time I looked at some tape of the last time he was a play caller, both him and Brian Schottenheimer, and it wasn't no congestion, man. They understand spacing. They understand situational football in that regard. I mean, I don't know why people, feel like Mike McCarthy is this bad coach. I don't think so. I think his problem is his downfall is clock management, and that's pretty much been his.
Well, that's not an elite coach. That's not an elite coach. Then if it's
no. Listen, I get it. Every coach has its flaws. Like it ain't no flawless coach.
Clock management ain't supposed to be one of them, though.
Listen, clock management not supposed to be one of them. I'm not saying that he has that problem going forward, but what I'm saying is that's what they have said he had a problem with, and I've seen it in maybe the first season when he was coach. I saw it. I was like, damn, man, that's
he's
that's
better than Jason Garrett. He's better than Jason Garrett, but it's not by that much. Not by that much.
Man, and I think he's leaps and bounds better a head coach than
because he had Aaron Rodgers. He had Aaron Rodgers for 6 or 7 seasons.
All right, and I don't understand why we get what? Are you kidding me? Yo, he ain't have Aaron Rodgers for what? How many seasons now? So this is 4th season going into Dallas.
Yeah.
All right. So he back-to-back 12-win seasons. I mean, a playoff win. I'll take it for now. Tell me what Aaron Rodgers did. They did pretty much the same thing.
Thank God your defense is a saving grace because your offense does not belong in the top 10. It don't.
But why don't it?
Because Tony Pollard's not going to carry y'all through the whole season. Tony Pollard's not going to carry y'all through the whole season. I guarantee it. Without Ezekiel Elliott, ground and pound, I'm telling you, Tony Pollard's going to get wear down. He's not an all-down back. I'm telling you, I can feel it.
Derek, be quiet. All right.
Okay.
All right. I don't thinking that they need any other fucking running back. They believe.
Listen. Ho. Wait. Tony is number one. But don't think that they about to give him the ball 250 to 300 times and just hand it off and have him running in the walls. That's not going to be the offensive scheme going forward. And they definitely going to give other guys a chance to run the rock. There will be other guys running, bro.
Ronald Jones, right?
I don't know who's going to come out of camp as far as the RB. No. As far as RB2, I don't know. That's up for shit. It could be Deuce Vaughn. I don't know.
Derek, I just want to say this to Derek, and I want to say this to be the analyst, and I'm going to say to June, and I'm going to say this to my man Brandon over there. Listen, I am so excited that I don't have to see number 21 busting our fucking ass for a touchdown. No fucking more. That's all I'm talking about. We couldn't stop that.
Yeah. I'm laughing at Rel because he acting like he ain't get DeAndre. He act like DeAndre Swift something. But I'm gonna let him rock out, all right? Because we talked about how much DeAndre Swift been in the league 3 years and has 1,800 yards, man. So
hold on.
Yeah, we good, man. I'm moving on.
Swift is from Philly.
I'm moving on, man. Yeah, I get it. I'm moving on.
And he's a bulldog.
At number 4, I went back and forth with it, but I'm going here. San Francisco 49ers at 4. QB is a lingering concern for the Niners. You know what I mean? Brock Purdy injury, it could either sideline him for a significant time during the season or, he could be ready at the start of training camp. That's just the unknown right now. They saying he ready, but you don't really know until camp starts if he really ready or not. And I don't see how he can be ready. That was a pretty, serious injury, but we'll see. Sometimes people be gelling. However, with a pretty stacked roster and an elite defense, the Niners are favored again to win the West, but I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't happen. Like I said, the defense is the staple. They have weapons. ESPN is voting these guys, number one weapons and number one. I think. Number one in talent around the quarterback or something like that. So, we going to see who they put to the test. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to be careful, though. gotta watch Seattle though. See, for Seattle is one of those teams. I just feel like they might be that surprise team that just, you know what I'm saying, is ready to just not necessarily take the next step and go all the way, but they'll definitely put up a fight and try to challenge.
I thought I hated the Raiders. I thought I hated the Raiders the most, but I hate Seattle now. I think Seattle's my new team. I'm gonna just focus all my energy on. I'm hurting. I have all my energy right now. I can't stand this now, yo. Oh man.
At number 3, we got Cincinnati Bengals. This team improved their defense this offseason, and they get their best cornerback, who's set to return as well. So, but most importantly, the addition of Orlando Brown improved the offensive line that has been pretty inconsistent the last 2 years. They still been having offensive line issues, but they're trying to show it up as much as they can, man. But nonetheless, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase and company, this team is, the favorite to win the North, but it's not a thin division this year. So watch out for B More. I only really can see B More like actually compete. Well, shit, Cleveland too, man. You just don't know. Like I said, if Deshaun Watson is able to be who he was prior to this whole situation and all that and suspension and stuff, they definitely got the weapons and the defense over there in Cleveland to do something. So we definitely see it. And last but not least, you got the two finalists coming back here, man. The Philadelphia Eagles at number 2. A very nice rookie class that they just drafted. They look poised to repeat as the team to beat in the East. But it's a feat that hasn't happened since 2005. So I'm just going with history right now. Jalen Hurts, he looks to build on his MVP caliber season. The NFC, it feels like it's Phillies for the taking, but be aware of some legit contenders looking to spoil the brotherly dreams. All right. So, San Fran looking for some get back, and you got a team in your division. Dallas looking for something too. So
Giants too, bro. Giants too. Mention the Giants, bro.
Yeah, so San Fran and Dallas looking like they trying to come for that crown. Hopefully we get that. We finally, with the Eagles and Dallas matchup, hopefully we get both quarterbacks this year, both starting quarterbacks to go back and forth, go at it this year, man. That would be great for TV. That's something that we missed out on last year. So we actually don't worry about Giants, bro, at all. But anyway,
they will week 1.
You get Saquon signed first, and then I might fear.
Signed by Monday.
Yeah, I know you hope so. So listen, at 12 a.m. on Tuesday.
He got signed by Monday.
Listen,
DJ,
at 12
I won't be on Wild Wednesday anymore this year. I know how this is gonna go.
Hey, listen, 12 a.m. on Tuesday. I'm gonna be looking for you, bro. All right. And number 1, last but not least, Kansas City Chiefs. To be the best, you got to beat the best. They are favored to repeat, but this may be their toughest test yet. The loss of Orlando Brown, like I said, to the AFC rival Bengals could hurt the instant chemistry the offensive line generated. But with generational talent at quarterback position like Pat Mahomes, man, it's hard to bet against the chance of Arrowhead, man. So, that's be the Analyst top 32. Like I said, to be the best, you got to beat the best. Good luck to everybody team this year, except anybody that's in the NFC East.
Animation going on. I know y'all got it. Oh, man, did a great fucking job.
Better than the Eagles, man.
Where the clap, man? Where the clap shit, yo? My man, where the applause at?
You said you got the Bengals slightly. Yo,
Yeah,
hey, listen,
I
I didn't want to, I did the obvious, man. I put the 2 Super Bowl teams from a year ago. I let them get the number 1 and 2 spot.
What makes the Bengals better than the Eagles?
What? Offensively?
No.
They could be better. Listen, Derek, you know me arguing, they could be better.
No.
You know what team he ain't saying better than Eagles? The Giants.
Joe Burrow is right now. Joe Burrow is under Jalen Hurts. I put Joe Burrow under Jalen Hurts.
I put Joe Burrow.
I put right now because Joe Burrow was not up for MVP last year.
Yeah, but I put him
man. See, we drunk it.
I'm just saying. Last year.
That ball in the snow.
Cincinnati don't get no love. You'll never see they coach up for coach of the year. You'll never see their defensive coordinator up for defensive coordinator of the year. Mind you, he beating everybody ass in the AFC though.
AJ not better. AJ not better than Jamar Chase. AJ Brown not better than Jamar Chase. But I'm going with Hurts for next season. He gonna be right back in form.
So you saying Hurts is a better quarterback?
I need you to stay over there.
Burrow's the better passer, but Hurts, I think overall is the better quarterback. I think he's the better passer. He's the better passer. But Hurts, I think right now, because Burrow was not up for MVP last year.
Hurts ain't
getting a Heisman though.
I don't need you jumping on this side of the boat. Stay in Denver.
Listen, we got simply one of the greatest quarterbacks.
Yo, we got 15 minutes left. All right, we got 15 minutes left, and Derek still got his segment.
Get these Eagles fans out of here, man.
We're gonna get.
I'm a Bronco fan. I care less for the Eagles. I just know what I say.
Jeff, man, love the Eagles fans.
Jeff, they all not Eagles fans in here. I
don't want all that extra hype and all these extra new ass fans coming out of nowhere. Stay where you was at. You on that side? Stay on that side.
I am on that side. I'm on the Bronco side.
Fuck you.
All right. So I've been hearing a lot about this, like LeBron as his physical best versus probably the best shooting team of all time. So I just wanted y'all opinion on it. I surprisingly have the Heat, but of course I know everybody's going to probably pick the Warriors. But I just want everybody to take on it.
He said sweet.
And you know what it is? Mario Chalmers really fucks them over.
Yeah.
Is this a team that had Birdman on it?
Yeah.
It had Birdman.
There we go. We rock on Birdman. Don't worry about it.
I don't know if it's a Warrior sweep.
We fly in any weather.
I got the Heat in 7 because LeBron's the best player from both of these teams.
Yeah, but that KD was dangerous.
He was dangerous only because you just put him on the best shooting team of all time. Yeah, but remember, LeBron beat this team a year before that with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love.
Yeah, but you couldn't double.
So you got better coaching.
You can't double that KD.
You can't.
Yeah, nah, he didn't beat.
But what they gonna do with Wade? Who's sticking Wade?
That's when Klay Thompson. That's the old Klay Thompson for the knee injuries.
You gonna put Klay Thompson on Wade the whole series?
No, I'm gonna switch it up and give him Draymond too.
But Draymond got to stick LeBron.
No. You put Andre Iguodala, the Finals MVP, on LeBron.
On the 2012 LeBron? No. He gonna get hurt. LeBron was jumping out the gym, bro. Listen, he was gaining confidence too. And Chris Bosh gonna be a problem for them down low.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be easy. He's not gonna be easy.
Honestly, if I'm the Warriors, I'm putting KD on Chris Bosh.
Okay, I can see that. This is not an easy series. Everybody would take Warriors. I'm taking the Heat. LeBron is the best player, and I think he's gonna step up and be the best player in this series.
You gotta stop riding.
I'm sorry, yo. Who the fuck is yo right next to Wade?
Oh, Joe Anthony.
Okay. Who gonna guard my man's right there then?
This ain't no sweet though. I'm just saying.
You put Joe Anthony on this picture? No, Ray Allen?
They messed up.
Ray Allen's on this team. I forgot about that. Ray Allen is on this team.
They messed up by putting Joe Anthony on the graphic.
Yeah, Ray Allen is on this team. I forgot about that.
At least Shane Battier, the glue guy.
Shane Battier.
Who's gonna stop KD? Nobody gonna stop him.
Who gonna stop LeBron?
You can only hope to contain him.
You can only hope to contain him. That's it.
Who gonna stop LeBron?
LeBron himself.
I'm with you though, Derek. I'm taking the Heat.
That's what I'm saying. It's to me, it's athleticism versus shooting, and they gonna out rebound them too.
Oh shit! Side note. Hey, Jerry, you want to talk about that new flopping rule?
What?
Nah.
NBA got
ain't getting technical.
Yeah, all that shit great stop.
Yeah. For LeBron.
Yo, right? I heard there's gonna be a new tournament in the NBA.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
in-league
in-season
tournament. It's like they do in the WNBA.
It's
So, so June, please go over that. I know we still on this, but please go over that because I started to sound dumb.
It don't sound dumb. It's the same way the WNBA do theirs. They got, I think it's called a Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah, but they ain't had to add that.
They gonna
to the
add it.
NBA.
You know the NBA always trying to make more money. Shit, I won't be surprised if they start adding that you got to play overseas teams to the league.
Yeah, so
they always looking to make more money. NBA is always looking to make more money.
Yeah, so the in-season games, they're gonna play them every Tuesday and Friday.
Okay.
November 3rd to 28th. So they put them in like pools, like 5 teams. Well, they got 6 pools, and each pool got 5 teams. Each team gonna play each other one time. Each team in each pool gonna have 2 home games and 2 away games. And whoever win the pool advance to the next round. Then the winners of each pool, I think whoever had the best record get a first round bye on the east side. We got 3 pools in the east and 3 pools in the west. And the 2 teams, then they have the semifinals and the championship game in Las Vegas. I think it's in December, the first week of December. They have the championship game.
You said it start November the 3rd, and when does it end?
The pool games begins November 3rd and ends November the 28th. The only time they're not gonna play a tournament game is on Tuesday on election day. But every Tuesday and Friday they have in-season tournament. So, and remember, these games count as your regular season record too, except for the championship game and the semifinal game. But they're also gonna have a most valuable player for the in-season tournament and an all-tournament team, and all prize pool players will be allocated to the team that participate in the knockout round. So
that's money, Jeff.
Yeah, money.
Jeff is money. If you don't think this is money driven, Jeff, you're gonna have to rethink this one, Jeff. Jeff, this is money.
I agree with Jeff. They want the players to play more. Because the lower management out a little bit too.
All right. How does it get the lower management out? They have to play in a tournament?
Hell yeah.
I got it.
Or they can't sit out.
No, they don't have to play in the tournament. They don't state that they have to play.
That's what I'm saying. So how it makes them play more?
I think it'll strive them more to play.
So
during the season.
So you know how they got the awards now when you have to play a certain minimum games? Is these games gonna count?
Yeah, they count. They count as your regular season games. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to play at least 60 games to get all NBA and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they implemented that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
implemented. Oh, great. That's a good rule. Great rule.
And my man, Mr. Spit in my mouth. Mr. Spit in my mouth. Zion Williams.
Whoa.
That's his name, Mr. Spit in my mouth.
Hey.
Zion Williams will be playing this whole season. I'm trying to get him. He got to get that bonus.
So real quick, the Warriors have Kevin Durant. This team: Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Iguodala, Sean Livingston, David West, Ian Clark, Zaza Pachulia, Patrick McCraw, JaVale McGee, Michael McAdoo, and Matt Barnes. That is their team. And then,
so Zaza is the one that fucked your man up.
Yeah, cheating ass.
He's been right ever since.
He ain't been right ever since. The Heat. Let me see. Hold on, we'll go to the Heat. There was LeBron, Dwayne, Chris Bosh, Shane Battier, Maury Chalmers, Mike Miller, Norris Cole, Terrell Harris, James Jones, Udonis Haslam, Joel Anthony, Juwan Howard, and Ronnie Turif.
All right, we got a couple minutes left. I just seen something on Bleacher Report. Telefimo Lopez just unretired.
Trash, man.
After he won the title, he gonna retire on the Puerto Rican parade in New York. Now he unretired.
To do what?
I don't know who you think he gonna fight at 140.
Let's find him a prize fight.
No, he probably gonna have to fight Adrian Broner.
The Crawford fight coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, Boots for it this weekend. He got to win. 10th round knockout.
Make sure you want to let everybody know that.
Yeah, well, listen, if somebody was fighting out of Baltimore, you could say something too. Tank Davis fighting, you don't ever say nothing.
So if you haven't checked out the new quarterback series on Netflix, I mean, I think it's worth watching. It's worth watching. It's 8 episodes. Kirk Cousins is a strong motherfucker. They was tearing his ass up. They was tearing Kirk Cousins' ass up. They was rocking off on his ass. He was still getting up and playing. So I think it's worth a watch. So this is going to be a new time, 8 to 10 on Wednesdays. Wednesday. All right.
Check this out.
Derek, you ready for next week?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, Derek, you want some good shit, Derek?
I won't be here
not
next
in the top
week.
10, shorty. You might find yourself a new job.
Well,
I'm saying. So next week,
Derek
Derek
ain't
will bring us.
you, Derek. He ain't gonna have nobody else to play with.
Next week,
he love you so much. He said the Broncos gonna have a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense. That's how much he love you.
Nah, listen, us at being at 19, we had it at 19, right?
18, I think he said 18.
18. Yeah. Listen, it was further than what I had. I had us at 20. So
no, he had y'all as an overall team. So you just doing the defensive next week. Kilo got college football after that, and then we got Alphabet's doing the offense units week after that. Then we got opening if somebody want to jump on and do another ranking. June gonna come back with the quarterback rankings, all 32 quarterbacks. He's gonna get ready for that that June's Monday quarterback. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm telling you right. Go ahead.
Hey, June, if Lamar's not in the top 10, fire it too.
He fired. Yep.
Yeah.
Fire me now.
All right, so before we get out of here, let me put this up here because I needed this, so I'm gonna automatically assume. Hold on, dumbass shit again. I'm gonna automatically assume that somebody else.
Yeah, me explaining it.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I automatically assumed somebody else needed this because I did. So.
All right, everybody. The NBA first ever in-season tournament is now official. But how does it work? Like this. First up is group play. All 30 teams will be split into 6 groups. 3 from the East, 3 from the West, with a random draw based on last year's regular season record. Wait, you done? And the group plays each other time. A total of 4 games, 2 at home, 2 on the road. Now, those games happen Tuesdays and Fridays in November, so set your calendar. Basically, these regular season NBA games also count as tournament games. Now, in each group, the team with the best group play record after those 4 games, they're moving on. The team with the next best record in each conference, those 2 are the wild cards. Always watch out for the wild cards. Now, we get to the knockout round. 8 teams, single elimination. And you know what that means. Win and move on. Or lose, and you're out. And the last 4 teams standing, guess what? You're headed to Vegas, baby. That's right. In Las Vegas, the semifinal battles will get us to the championship game on December 9th. 2 teams in the winner-take-all final to be named champion and be awarded the first ever NBA Cup. Come on now. Look, there's a lot to look forward to this season. Players on new team, rookies new to the league, and teams just looking to make some noise. And the NBA in-season tournament is going to be a can't-miss, must-see, high-stakes, high-level competition. And if you're a hoops head just like me, I promise you, you're going to love it.
Okay. The only thing I did miss out was the wild card part. I ain't know that pick the fourth team gonna be a wild card team. So with the second best record in each pool.
This has nothing to do with the playoffs, right?
No. Well, it does count for your regular season record.
It sounds like a
consolation
prize, bro.
Yeah, consolation. Go ahead, Kilo. Let them know.
Man, you got bum ass motherfucker, but shit. I at least won the trophy. I won the in-season tournament. I ain't won the finals, but I'm the greatest in-tournament player all time.
So look. So how many games is this again? How many games is this again?
Sir.
June can answer that because I don't know.
Huh?
That shit.
How many games is it again, June?
How many games?
Yeah.
4 games. 4. We're playing 4.
Okay, so all right, it's only 4 games.
But if you advance to the next round, you're gonna play a couple more games. So to win it all, you gotta play. You're gonna end up playing 7 games.
Okay, all right, that's not bad because it's an 82 game season. So
yeah,
going home.
Is this before or after? It's before or after All-Star break. You said no. It's
before.
It's before All-Star break.
Yeah.
Listen, baby, hear me out, baby. If we go into the tournament, we get a trophy. I gotta pick up these extra games in November. Fuck out of here. I ain't doing that shit.
It's not extra games. It's actually regular season games that they just making it as.
What is the
so my question is, do all the teams have to participate?
Yeah, all the teams are
yeah.
All of
so it's gonna be televised?
Yeah, most of them, yeah. Most of the games
they want that motherfucking money.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
I think it's gonna be a distraction. It's gonna be a train wreck. It's gonna be a distraction. You're worried about making the playoffs. So you're worried about your team improving or whatever you have to do to get to the playoffs. This will be a distraction.
Look,
because who cares?
The good thing about it is on the first half of the season, all this is gonna end before Christmas. And after Christmas.
But then right after that, you got the All-Star break.
That's all
right. That's what I'm saying. Like a month or 2 after that, you got the All-Star break around. Well,
yeah. Then after the All-Star break, it's the nitty-gritty. We getting,
It is messing with football. This is gonna mess with football.
No, it's not, sir. NFL runs shit, sir. And
I get it, but
NFL cut that whole station off.
True, but I just don't understand what's the point. It's not even more games. It's just games inside of games. What makes it more confusing?
Don't worry about it, sir. We'll figure it out when it comes. All right, so Wild Wednesday in the books. We back, baby. Shout out to everybody.
Yo, Braun got a Lifetime Achievement Award? Not to cut you off.
The scoring title.
Oh, that's what they gave him something for?
Yeah, scoring title.
Okay.
We have to stop with the LeBron hate, man. The Bulls number 2 all time. Let's let it be. He it's Michael Jordan, and then it's LeBron. Let's just let it. That's where he's at. He's going to stay there. He's not going to surpass Jordan. I stopped the LeBron hate 3 years ago because I figured
I don't think nobody hate LeBron. We love LeBron.
All right,
but I'm saying it's like it's like from now on he will always be at number 2.
Yeah, but why he got pearls on? That's the only thing I'm hating on. All right, go ahead.
Dennis, what the fuck? This motherfucker watching TV and shit. You know what? God bless. Good night.